If you've watched this channel before, you've probably seen some of the low-cost smartwatch reviews I've done. The Seoyo U8 watch, Google Chrome logo. When you press it, currently not available, not really surprised there. The Panda U DZ09 is out. Who's going to buy the Frewico? After trying out a couple of them, I finally decided to try out the Apple Watch. So this is a video to show the unboxing process and a quick demonstration to show the functionality of it and also comparing it directly against a couple of these inexpensive knockoffs. This is the box that the Apple Watch Sport comes in. For a size comparison, this is the Frewico Smartwatch next to the box. This is to give you an idea of the actual size of the box in comparison with the smartwatch inside of it. The version that I purchased is a 42mm space gray case Apple Watch Sport with a black sport band. And that information is all located here on the side of the box. Now that we've got the packaging off, let's go ahead and open the box. So, this is the case with the watches inside it. This is the documentation for the watch, and here we have an AC charging port, and then we have the magnetic charging cable for the watch. So let's go ahead and pop these open and kind of get a better look at what's inside these individual cases. This is what I'm assuming is a travel case for the watch. So we're going to go ahead and pop this open. And there it is. Very cool. And it has instructions for how to remove the how to actually insert the strap. So in case you haven't bought a fake knockoff before that has an identical strap, they give you instructions on how to use it. This is actually a good chance to go ahead and pull this out. Wow, I didn't realize how large the knockoff is in size when you directly compare the two. Cool. Documentation is sure to be slightly less exciting. But this is a quick start guide, and this just kind of shows basic operation. What the buttons do, how to use the charger, etc. Warranty paperwork. An additional strap for people with extra small wrists. Very cool. Very cool. And that's it for this. And this is just a standard Apple AC plug. Standard 5-volt, 1-amp output. So this is pretty basic as far as what you'd expect. This is really cool. This is a mega long cord, but this is the magnetic charger for the watch. And we're going to play around with this a little bit later, but this is how you actually charge it, and this is going to be put into a stand later for sure. Now we're going to begin the pairing process. So to begin that, we're going to go ahead and open up the Apple Watch app on our iPhone, and we're going to select Start Pairing. And it asks you to hold the Apple Watch up to the camera. So we're going to pull that into the viewfinder. Wow. Okay, so now it's apparently paired. So now we're going to go ahead and set it up. And this is actually something I was kind of looking forward to. I wear my watches on my right hand, but a lot of the cheap smartwatches that I've been using, they have their buttons put on the right side, which makes it really tough to wear on your right hand. So we're going to set this up to wear on the right, which means I can actually flip it over like this, which puts the crown on the left side. So I can actually select it. So now I'm going to set up my email address and some other stuff, and I'll go ahead and start recording again after I've punched all that in. So now the watch is syncing up, and I've already put in my Apple ID and all that good stuff. So it's downloading all the apps, like the applicable apps that I use on my phone, like Google Hangouts and Snapchat and everything. Anything that can be used on the watch, like any notifications that can be received on the watch, Google Maps or anything like that, that have available watch apps are being downloaded. So by far the most painless syncing I've had so far of any smartwatch I've used. And that is currently about a quarter of the way done. Cool. And iMessage is now set up, so great. So we'll finish recording when this is done. So this is just a size comparison to kind of show the difference between the Apple Watch and Frewico. And this is, as you can see, the Frewico is substantially larger in case size than the Apple Watch. It's a much larger watch. And the display has a much larger bezel, but the actual screen size is comparable. Like the amount of usable display size. And the screen on the Apple Watch, it's really high quality. This is, a really crisp looking screen, and the screen on the kind of inexpensive knockoffs doesn't really pass that same test. Definitely feels closer to what you would see on like a low-end Android tablet. But as far as the strap material goes, this is fairly similar. The Apple Watch has more of like a textured kind of feel to it. And the design is identical. Like they both have this exact same locking mechanism. But I was not expecting them to have such a dramatic size difference. Pretty cool though. And this is a comparison shot to establish the size differences between the Frewico, the Apple Watch, and also the COYO or UWatch U8, which is another very popular low-cost smartwatch. I've had the Apple Watch for 2 days now, and my feelings on it are mixed. On one hand, it's great to get notifications like text messages, emails, Snapchat, Google Hangouts, things like that on your wrist. So you get a very top-down view of your life at a very, very quick glance. On the other hand, it really feels like it's missing like a killer app or like a very compelling feature set that would make it a valuable part of your everyday carry or something you need to bring with you on a daily basis. It sort of feels like when the iPad first came out, and it looked like a really valuable piece of technology in theory, and it looked really useful, but it didn't really have an immediately apparent use for what you were going to do with it, or it took a minute to kind of figure out how you were going to fit this into your life. And that's sort of how I feel about the Apple Watch. I like it a lot in theory,
but I'm having a hard time liking it in reality. It's cool to get text messages and notifications, but I just can't seem to justify the idea of having this really expensive, tiny iPhone on my wrist that can't do everything that my phone can. So I'm going to try and hold on to it and figure out if I can find a compelling killer app for it, but I'm not sure that that exists quite yet. I'm sure it will, but I don't know if it does. So until next time, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment below if you have any questions. And as always, thanks for watching.